One, what is the kind of impact you are anticipating and assessing because of the US reciprocal tariffs on Indian businesses and on the government's fiscal deficit targets? The second question is, just at a time when the government and the RBI both are stepping forward to support more spending in the domestic economy, how is the government attempting to manage the spillovers of rising inflation because of geopolitical pressures and tariff wars around the globe? Thank you.
Inflation has been well within a certain band, and the last declared numbers have shown that it has come down very close to 4. So, inflation is being monitored regularly, both from the supply side and also for the Reserve Bank from the monetary side. And that is one of the reasons I would think the policy would give its written statement, MPC's written statement. But that is one of the reasons why the RBI has chosen to cut the interest rate. This time you heard it after about nearly 4 or 5 years. So inflation-related management of supplies and also the monetary policy are working in sync, and that is going on, I think, in order to favor the growth cycle.
But ma'am, with the threats of...
I thought you asked me 2 questions. I've answered only one.
Just to follow up on this, ma'am, just with the threats of imported inflation because of the global tariff wars, is there something that the government would be planning to do more?
Inflation management covers that, doesn't it? I've answered about the inflation management. And the other question about tariff and reciprocal tariff that US is talking about, India has already for the last 2 years taken several measures which we continue to take. Even this budget shows that there's a lot of rationalization happening in terms of basic customs duty and their application, safeguard duties or any anti-dumping duties that we levy are also periodically reviewed. And this budget has shown that there is a major step forward in terms of reforming India's customs duty and that regime which governs it. We are building to be a investor-friendly country, and as a result, the duty cuts and the rationalization that has been announced is a continuing process, and we shall keep doing that. But if there's more, Tuhin can add.
Actually, a couple of things. I'll draw your attention to the joint statement that we had between Prime Minister and President Trump. And I think that there is a para on trade and investment. I'll draw your attention to that. Both the US and India have agreed to have a bilateral trade agreement by fall. So I think that is one. And I think the statement also highlights the reciprocal measures on both sides which they have taken for facilitating each other's trade. The second on reciprocal tariff, it's in the form of a bill which is yet to come. It's an intent, and how and what form it will take, we don't know yet. Third, as FM mentioned that, we had lots of rationalization. If you see the industrial goods, we have about 6 out of 8,000 tariff lines, about 6,000 tariff lines are below 10%. Most of the US imports into India, the first 30 most important imports into India, they have a duty rate ranging from 2.5, nil, 0.5, 2.5 and so on. It could be just a very few items. Maybe we can count on fingers where there may be a higher duty. And so do we have also certain higher duties on textiles and apparel, for example, in US. So I think those are the things probably will get sorted out and will be highlighted during the negotiations while negotiating BTA.
மேலும் ETtamil சேனல்ல வரப்போகும் பிசினஸ் மற்றும் அது ரிலேட்டடான வீடியோவை பார்க்க உடனே கீழ இருக்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பட்டனை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க.